Are you guys ready?
I was born ready.
Listo.
Today we want to learn about structure and function in the human body. Mateo?
Claro. Hoy queremos aprender sobre la estructura y función del cuerpo humano.
This is gonna be some big stuff.
It's big stuff, but it's also really, really small stuff. Hablar del cuerpo es hablar de cosas grandes, pero también pequeñitas.
You guys are both right. Every living thing, big or small, is made up of one or more cells.
Así es. Los seres vivos estamos hechos de células pequeñitas. There are single-celled or unicellular organisms such as bacteria and amoebas.
And then there are multicellular organisms, organismos de células múltiples, made up of many, many cells. Multicellular organisms are things like humans, plants, elephants, and game show hosts.
Sorry, Joey. Game show hosts are humans.
I know, I just like them a lot.
Cada célula tiene una función. Every cell type in the human body has a unique function.
Cells make up tissues, tissues make up organs, and organs make up organ systems, which all work together to make a full organism.
At every level, each structure has a specific function.
But that's the big picture. The little picture is that the little tiny cells are made up of even teeny tinier parts called organelles.
Les dije cositas super pequeñitas. These organelles, u organelos en español, they also have unique functions, which in turn help the cells function.
Which help the tissues function, which help the organs function.
Así es.
Which help the organ systems function, which all work together to help us function. So we, humans, can do things like this.
Coordiné cada órgano de mi cuerpo para lanzarte el pie.
Really? You have all your cells working together to do this?
Fully functional, que chido.
Okay, to help further explore how structure and function work, let's head to the simulator.
No more pies, please.
No te preocupes, no worries, Joey. We're gonna let you off easy today.
Let's think of the human body as an amusement park for a moment.
There are many different structures and functions within an amusement park. You have ticket takers, maintenance, security, restaurants, parking lot attendants, and...
Right! Know it! Woohoo!
All the different departments, like different structures in your body, all have different functions, but they all rely on one another.
Los diferentes departamentos de un parque de diversiones son como los diferentes sistemas del cuerpo. Tienen diferentes funciones, pero dependen unos de otros.
Remember, the organ systems are made up of organs, the organs are made up of tissues, and the tissues are made up of cells.
But cells are made up of parts too, right?
That's right, those are the organelles. All the organelles have their own structure and their own function.
The organelles inside of a human cell include the cell membrane,
Cytoplasm, vacuoles.
Mitochondria, and right there in the center of it all, the nucleus.
All the organelles work together to keep the cell functioning. Todo funciona en nuestro cuerpo mejor cuando cada célula y cada órgano hace su trabajo y cuando el sistema de órganos trabaja junto.
But let's get back to the big picture. I think it's time to talk about the functions of some of our organ systems, and I have a great idea. Follow me. It's time to play Name That Function.
¿Qué pasa? What is going on?
It's Name That Function, America's favorite game show where I say the name of the organ system and you have to name that function. Only on the Whynauts channel.
I love this game!
Listo, I'm so in.
Okay, up first is the circulatory system, el sistema circulatorio. Name that function.
Circulatory system helps circulate or move blood throughout our body, delivering oxygen and nutrients to our cells and carrying away waste. The system includes our heart, blood, and blood vessels.
Correct. Fun fact, your heart beats 100,000 times per day. The next system is respiratory.
Me encanta el sistema respiratorio y sobre todo respirar. The respiratory system's function is simply breathing. Organs in this system help deliver oxygen to our red blood cells. Some of these organs include the nose, mouth, trachea, and lungs.
Correct. Let's keep it rolling. The next system is the nervous system.
Este es el sistema nervioso. The nervous system is part of our body's communication network. It is made up of the brain, spinal cord, nerves, and sensory organs.
Correct. Your sensory organs also include your nose, so you will see some organs have more than one function. The nose helps you breathe in the respiratory system and smell in the nervous system. So hooray for the nose.
¡Viva el sistema nervioso y la nariz!
All right, Mateo, you're in the lead. So it's now time for our rapid fire round. Hands on buzzers. Reproductive system, el sistema reproductivo.
To produce offspring.
Correct. Next system, skeletal system, el esqueleto.
Bones, huesos. It supports and protects our body's soft tissues.
Correct. Next system is the endocrine system, el sistema endocrino.
Hormonas, hormones. It's the chemical messenger system within our body. Another way our organs communicate with each other.
Correct. The next system is the integumentary system, el sistema tegumentario. That's the way to name it.
Got it. Integumentary system is our skin, hair, and fingernails. It protects the underlying tissues.
Correct. Fun fact, the skin is the largest organ in the human body. The next system is excretory.
I don't want to say it. El resultado del sistema excretor no es tan bonito.
I need an answer.
Okay, pipí.
We would have also accepted elimination of waste.
Ah, claro, that sounds a little better.
The next system is the digestive system, el sistema digestivo.
The digestive system's function is to process what we eat, taking in the nutrients we need and getting rid of what we don't as waste.
Correct. This is the final system. This will decide it. The final system is the muscular system. Can you name that function?
El sistema muscular. The muscular system is muscles for movement.
Correct. And it's a tie.
Woo!
We definitely need a brain bank. When we come back, we'll be at the Perot Museum to meet one of our friends.
Hey guys, the Whynauts are back here at the Perot Museum, and joining us today is Dr. Mirpuri from the UT Southwestern Medical Center here in Dallas, Texas. She's gonna help us learn more about our bodies and how to keep them healthy. ¿Listos para conocer a alguien quien sabe muchísimo sobre cómo funciona nuestro cuerpo?
Hey, Whynauts, I am so excited to be here. I heard you just played my favorite game show, Name That Function.
We did. I'm glad you're a fan.
We're a fan of yours, Dr. Mirpuri. Anyone who gets to work as a doctor and a scientist is like our hero.
Well, I love the why nots. You know, asking why things are the way they are is really the foundation of science. And you know what? There's so many different STEM careers to explore.
I want to use my love of science and my love of game shows.
We know, Joey. Ya sabemos.
Well, you know what? You're doing a great job doing that. You are so eloquent in describing how the different structures of the human body have different functions and how they work together. In fact, why don't you come and take a look at this?
Que chido! Is that real?
Yes, these are actually real slices of the human body, and they give you a glimpse into how our body works. So for example, here, this is the digestive system, and it works with the circulatory system to deliver nutrients to your body. And if you come over here, you can see how you need 3 organ systems. You need your skeletal system, which is the bones in your body. You need the muscular system, which is all the muscles in your body, as well as the nervous system, which is your brain, to be able to walk, run, and even dance.
Check this out.
Well, you guys are doing a great job using all those 3 organ systems.
Thanks, Dr. Mirpuri.
Hey, do you want to come and check out my lab? Let's go.
Dr. Mirpuri, what part of the human body do you study?
Oh, that's a great question. I actually study the digestive system, and the main thing I study is the intestines. And I think that the intestine is such a cool organ in the body. There's basically just a single layer of cells that separate the body from all the bacteria that lives inside our intestine.
¿Cómo podemos mantener a nuestros cuerpos sanos? How do we keep our bodies healthy?
Well, that's actually a very easy question to answer. You basically have to eat well. So what you eat actually changes what kind of bacteria live in your intestine. And believe it or not, there are some good bacteria to have and there's bad bacteria to have. So if you eat good food, healthy food, and by that I mean fruits and vegetables, you're gonna have more of that good bacteria. And that bacteria can actually help you stay healthy for a long time and also helps you feel good and be happy, believe it or not.
Dr. Mirpuri, do you really study poop? Do you look at poop? You get used to the smell?
Yes, actually we do it. I have a whole freezer in our lab and we're gonna soon have 2 that's full of poop. You know what, you never really get used to the smell, so we do wear masks when we're looking at the poop. But a lot of people look at poop and they think that it's gross and disgusting. But when we look at poop, we think it's just so cool because there's so many mysteries inside stool that what are the bacteria in there? How are they digesting the food that you eat? And how are they keeping us healthy or making us sick? So yeah, poop is cool.
So what inspired you to become a scientist?
Well, it's one of the reasons you're doing your show. I love asking questions, and I can continue to ask questions like why this and why that, and come back to my lab and actually do experiments to find answers to those questions. And that's one of the main reasons I became a scientist.
Do you have any advice for kids like us who are really into science and maybe want to be scientists when we're older?
Absolutely. I would say the most important thing is to keep at it. If you really love it, don't let anyone tell you you can't do it. Keep doing what you love, and I promise you, success will follow.
Dr. Mirpuri, todo esto es increíble. Gracias por compartir.
Thank you for having me. And thank you so much for teaching the public about science. Keep eating your fruits and vegetables.
Okay, guys, I think you know what time it is.
It's time for the Whynauts pop quiz. Let's go!
Okay, pop quiz. What do all living organisms contain?
One or more cells. Los organismos vivos contienen una o más células. Now, what are organelles u organelos?
I got this. Organelles are the structures and functions inside the cell,
Like the mitochondria and the nucleus.
they all work together to help the cell survive. In complex organisms like humans, what role do cells play?
Cells make up tissues, tissues make up organs, and organs make up the organ system. At every level, each structure has a specific function.
Hay que decirlo en español. Las células hacen tejidos, los tejidos hacen los órganos y los órganos sistemas. Cada sistema tiene su propia función.
Why is it important to learn about structure and function?
Para cuidar nuestra salud. It's like what Dr. Mirpuri said. It can help us understand how our bodies work and how to keep them healthy, like by eating a balanced diet.
And less. What is possible when all parts of your body are working together?
Well, really, anything's possible.
That's right. Even this. Fully functional. Que chido.
Joey!
And that's it for this time with the Why Nots. And remember, if you want to learn why something is the way it is, just ask why. Because why not?